What's up, everybody? My name is Jizzy. You ever wonder about the music industry and the corporate greed, everything that goes on that everybody talks about? But yet their fathers are third in line at companies like AT&T and Mr. Red Shaw. You ever wonder about the fraudulence? Do you think that these frauds should be shown a lesson in humility? All for self-gain and profit. All the shills and grifters on YouTube. You wanna know who I am?
Hey, what's up, John? I'll be on in a minute, brother.
My name is Chip Boy. They call me Jizzy. Some of my friends call me Smiley. Some of them call me Jit. I'm an actual signed artist on Atlantic Records for over 40 years. 40 years. And I write for some of the biggest celebrities on the planet. On the planet. I am real. I am also the one that exposes the truth. I'm the one that's gonna show you where the paperwork lies. I'm not gonna show you some phony letterhead that vendors suing everybody when they're not suing people.
Check,
All for
check.
clicks on YouTube. We need a YouTube purge. We need to get rid of all the shills, the grifters, all the liars and BS people. Rick Beato never made it in the music industry. His band failed. His management company failed. His record label failed. He got a viral hit off his kid's vocal, which got him into repenting and spray.
Let's see if we got guitars.
Man's number 3 at AT&T. He wants to talk about corporate greed and BS.
What's up, everybody? I got about 50% in my phone. I wasn't really gonna go live tonight, but I just I took the kid to go see a friend's band, and I got a story to tell, and it's a good one. Because Mr. John Richards, the progressive attorney, I hope you're fucking watching this motherfucker right now. Wasn't supposed to talk about it, but even my lawyers are pissed me off, so I'm gonna go out and reach out to Progressive. You had a paralegal dating my friend, trying to get information about me. You broke ethics, and you're the paralegal to the fucking attorney from Progressive. You guys are fucked. How about that for some fucking truth? That lawsuit money just went up to about 10 million. Because Progressive's going to chop your fucking head, and then you're going to have to chop her head. That's the way that it goes. So I'm going to have my buddy Jimmy, I won't say his last name, but he's going to testify for me. This is non-negotiable. I sent to my lawyer. I'm going after every fucking Progressive on this motherfucker. I'm going to own that motherfucking company when I'm done. What's up, everybody? What's up, mechanic? I hope you're doing all right, brother. I know you're going through a lot. Dude, you're like one of the hardest working people on YouTube. I don't know how you play so much, but kudos to you. I don't have the patience to do what you do, so I got to give you props, brother. Jimmy the Weed. So Jimmy is a longtime friend, and he didn't sell me out. And he was dating this woman for 5 years, and it turns out Progressive hires this attorney named John Richards, and his paralegal was trying to get him to go around the ethics in the rules for fucking getting information. Dirty, dirty fucking job. And he didn't sell me out, and he came to me. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking angry tonight. Cause I'm gonna spill the beans on Philip McKnight too. He's a two-faced motherfucker. He's the one that started this whole Fender fucking debacle. Why? Because he admitted the other day on his live stream that he's friends with Henning Pauly, the fucking alleged pedophile, and Tim Pierce. And they all do things together and do photo shoots and all kinds of stuff together. And he's friends with the Boston guy, whatever the fuck his name is. It's a little fucking gangster union is what it is. And they all protect each other. But they're not allowed to tell you what the quality control issues that these guitar companies have. You know why? Because they sign NDAs saying that they're not allowed to tell you that they're getting sent Ringer guitars. Marty 5150 is doing it too. He's not as bad, but he still does it too. It ain't working any fun. What's up, Tom? Yeah, I am the angry guitar player. Tonight I am. But I went and saw his band play. They had probably around 1,000 people there. Again, I took my kid out with me. We came back early. Yeah, Steve from Boston. He's another one that's working with them. I didn't even know that. I found out that the other day. They're all in cahoots. And they're all protecting each other. Unbelievable. And that whole, Phil, I'm the nice guy. I'm just a dude like you guys. Phil, stop watching my fucking channel. You aren't a regular dude. You're a two-faced, hothead motherfucker who thinks he has a story because Tim Pierce comes to you, and then you run with it, and then you want to say, my mom said if you don't have nothing to say, don't say nothing at all. You're a fucking liar. You're a two-faced fucking liar, is what he is. I used to like his show. And that Bad Brad, fucking doxing that. I don't know if you guys saw the Bad Brad video. He went to Virginia, walked into a guitar shop. Dude, I sent you an email. You didn't answer me. You didn't answer me? Who the fuck are you? I was going to do guest lessons here. I thought about if I had to come back and do... Who the fuck are you? You ain't no Nikki Sixx, motherfucker. Get a taste of reality. It just slapped you in the face, bitch. Bad Brad. He thinks he's somebody special. Get the fuck out of here. You're equivocating a half-ass guitar job you did in fucking Colt Ford. That guy sucks. You weren't on Guitar Player magazines. You weren't writing the songs. Who gives a fuck? I was going to do guest lessons. Shut the fuck up. You know, I can be a dick at times, but I'm with my kid. I walk into a bar. I'm getting my picture taken by photographers. It's going to be all over magazines. They got 1,000 people in there. There's birthdays. I'm hiding in the back. Guitar players are walking up from famous popular bands. Jimmy came off the stage while they were playing, came over and hugged me. Dude, it's almost embarrassing for me. My kid loves it. But it's embarrassing for me because it puts a lot of attention on me and I don't want attention on me. And I'm so far from the fucking guy that wants to be recognized everywhere I go. I don't like that. It's fun here and there, but you know, being popular and having your face on a magazine doesn't equivocate to fucking dollar signs. I'd rather be in the under the shadows, making the money, and going on with a regular life. Is it fun to go out and have people see you and, hey, oh, wait, what's up, man? It's great. But I'm not Bad Brad. I'm not walking into a fucking music store I'd never been into. Number two, not invited to. Oh, you don't want me in here? I can't film? No. All right, cool, man. Maybe I'll see you next time. Walk out the door. I'm not going to huff and puff to my car. And Bad Brad, that fucking walking ain't helping because you walk not even a fucking block to your car and you're huffing and puffing sitting in your fucking car. You know, man, it's disappointing. Disappointing for who? You. Because they don't give two shits after you walked out the door. You didn't help build the business and they don't need your business. What do you fucking understand? You're not fucking Nikki Sixx. You're not Joe Bonamassa. You're on social media with a big channel. Philip McKnight is just a social media person. Jake, the fucking meth head, is just a fucking social media. I don't care how big your fucking channel is. Rick Beato, you saw him choke with Nuno. You know he can't hold his own on stage. That's why his fucking record label fucking dumped him. Because you fucking suck. You suck. suck. You're a fucking blowhack, fucking third, fourth rate. I wouldn't even call you that. You're a fifth rate fucking hack guitar player. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Rhett Scholl closing down Norm's Rare Guitars. Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here. You're just a fucking wannabe famous celebrity guitar player that's over his hill now. You're never gonna. The magazines are gone. You're not even gonna get on the cover of Guitar World or Guitar Player. No one wants to give a shit about your gear. Nobody gives a fuck what you say. That's why you're on social media. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to make it my fucking goal to go after these shills and shut them down. I'm going to turn all that information. I'm going to testify in front of Congress, and you won't even probably see it on TV. Why? I'm not a social media star. The IRS has already asked for the information. We're going to shut these fucking people down. Why? Because they're lying to you, because they signed disclosure saying that they're not allowed to talk about the pros and cons, only the pros. Where are your fucking ethics as a human being? I can't say that it's a shitty product. No. Get the fuck out of here. If anyone ever fucking sent me a letter like that, I'd fucking fly into their corporate office and shit on their fucking desk. That's when I become the dick. Who are you fucking talking to? It's just like my lawyer. I told him today, I don't give a fuck what you say. You work for me, motherfucker. I'm going to make you money. You do what I say. Yeah, he was so fucking bent out of shape, Bad Brad, about that fucking guy telling him, I don't want you filming here. We're real busy. There was only one person in there. And blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, you baby hurt motherfucker. Like, where's your fucking manhood? My kid cries like that. He's fucking 11. You're a fucking man. Act like a fucking dude. All right, no problem, bro. Maybe next time. I'll send you another email. All right, cool. Yeah, they're playing on the unknown. So like today, I went up to Guitar Center. So that thing came in, the Black Star Amp 3. Doesn't sound like any of the fucking videos. Piece of fucking shit. Black Star Amp 3. It looks cool. It sounded great. Ola England and all them. You know what they're doing? They're plugging it into... The overdrive is not a metal overdrive. I did what they did. You have to plug it into an overdrive pedal and then the overdrive 2 channel to get that fucking tone. And then it sounds like garbage. I ran it direct and I ran it through the fucking cab. Sounded like shit. $600 piece of fucking wasted money. It's so bad I don't even want you to hear it. I wanted to throw it against the wall because I was so pissed. I was excited from watching guys like Ola England and all the shills that said, "Oh, it's great." Now I know why Ola said it was disappointing, because it is. It's a piece of shit. I'm tempted to buy the Headrush Prime Flex, the little one, just so I can hear the NAMM. But you know what? They're shilling that too. I'm not fucking buying anything like that because it's not going to be better than the Kemper. It's not going to be better than the Fractal. It's not going to be better than the Line 6 Helix or the Stadium or the Quad Cortex. Those are your top ones. You know what? I'm done watching shills. I'll watch them to fucking call them out. But I swore that the Black Star thing would have been great. I had it. I was like, man, it is loud and the clean channel is fucking awesome. Sounds great. The clean channel is fucking awesome. I'll give them credit for that. The amp thing is good, and the boost thing is good for a boost volume for a lead. Other than that, it's a piece of shit. Yeah, you can't believe anything you see or hear. If it's too good to be true, it more than likely is a piece of shit. You get what you pay for in life. You get what you work for in life. You work hard and strive. Yeah, but sometimes it might seem tough, but you know what? In the end, you're going to be rewarded for something. Trust me. It'll pay forward. You will get something here or there. It's hard in life. But these guys, the amount of shit, they've turned YouTube into a fucking shit show. They really have. It's a fucking shit show. You know, and I know a lot of you guys work hard. You guys do. You work hard. You work hard for your fucking money. Did I work hard? No. I'm going to tell you right now. I admire you guys for the struggle. I admire you guys for going to work every day. I admire that because it takes a fucking real man. I got lucky. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. It's a 1 in a fucking million chance that I got signed. It's 1 in 10 million that they even like the music. I'm not fucking special. Never was. Am I a good guitar player and play other instruments? Yeah, but I'm not no fucking genius or some fucking. I'm not Mozart. I got lucky. And if you were good at what you did, YouTube is a great access for like guys like Mechanic and Jerry and Cool Breeze and all you. It's a good place to get your music out there, to get what you do out there, so people can hear you because you don't know anybody in the industry. Brooklyn's done some stuff and Deer Creek, but it's fucking hard. This place was for you guys, and then somebody like me has to come back on here and call out the fucking shills. It's such a shit show. You know what I mean? And then like tonight I go out and I see who my real friends are that stick up and come up to me. You know, Jimmy came up to me, incredible fucking guitar player. And I say, I love you, bro. And he's like, dude, and my son was there. I go, you remember Jimmy? He's like, yeah. And he goes to my son, your dad's an incredible guitar player. Don't let him fool you. He's one of the best in the business. He's 10 times what I am. I go, stop, Jimmy. I go, I appreciate that, but that's not true. You know, I said I got lucky. Yeah, the professor of rock's a fucking pussy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. He's a fucking pussy. He's the kind of guy that got slapped around in high school. Hey, what's up, Allison? It's a shame that some of the people have done. Yeah, you're sticking to. Yeah, you don't need, dude. Tim, you again, I don't have a problem with people buying Harley Benton and all these shitty guitars because if you know what you're getting into and you were told, listen, it may need frets, may need a pickup change, maybe some new pots, at least be honest with the fucking people so that they know they're going to spend another $300 to put into that guitar to make it good. I don't have a problem with people buying that and putting the money into it. What I have a problem is when people have to put money into it and they don't know that they have to put money into it. I was at Guitar Center today, returned that piece of shit fucking Black Star thing, and there was two ladies in there and a young girl. And she picked up a PRS I was looking at. It was a pink one with binding. It was a custom 24. I go, that's a really, really good deal. I go, that's a higher end PRS custom 24. She goes, how do you know? I said, because it's got binding on the neck. So she said to my buddy Chris, that's a manager there, we'll come in tomorrow and get it. He goes, well, you want to buy it now and pick it up? They didn't have the money. You know what I did? I said, do you really want the guitar? She's like, yeah. I said to her, if you want, I will buy it for you and I'll stick it on the layaway under my name. Whenever you want it, you just call me, give me the cash, and you can have it. They were like, what? I go, listen, if she really wants that, she's young. If she really wants that and she plays, and they go, yeah, she's been playing acoustic, she's self-taught. So, hey, what's up, Gigi? So I offered that, and they said no. Who am I talking about? The Philip McKnights, the Rhett Schulls, the Tim Pierce. So this whole debacle over the Fender shit, that was started by Philip McKnight and Tim Pierce. Tim Pierce got the LSL letter, gave him one page. He showed a redacted one-page letter. This whole debacle about Fender that everyone's crying about in the Bud Cole. See, Bud Cole wouldn't have to be doing what he's doing and trying to talk his way into sense about the legal matters of Fender. And YouTubers wouldn't be talking about him. But Philip came on his live stream yesterday and said, I'm a nice guy. If you don't have nothing to... You're a fucking liar. You're the one who fucking can't handle your emotions, went on, just like Steve from Bellatone Guitars, and fucking reamed them because you're a hothead. Philip McKnight is a fucking pussy too. I said it. And Bad Brad for dissing that fucking guitar shop like that. He's got all kinds of fucking the Shabbat guitars. Yeah, that's, dude. Bad Brad's getting a lot of hate comments. If you guys haven't seen that video, You oh he's got an LSL deal. Make a life. Yeah, I saw that comment. Make a life size mannequin of myself and give it to Metal Hippie. Yeah, I have Fender. I'm concerned about them. Okay, so you're gonna trash the company when Bud isn't even fucking in charge of that because their CEO's in charge of it, telling him what to do, or he would have already been fired. Bud Cole is doing the talking part of what the CEOs want. And then Bud Cole is talking about legal advice. What does Bud Cole have to do with any fucking person on YouTube? Zero. He's not in charge of artist endorsements. He's not in charge of fucking anything except business matters. He's there as a liaison from the CEOs to the Fender employees. And what their legal matters are have no fucking business or anything to do with any fucking YouTuber. Not one. Did Bud Cole call you today? No. Did Bud Cole call your name today? No. You have no fucking issue about Bud Cole. Zero. You're like the fucking the gossip fucking woman talking about shit over here that has nothing to do with you, or the gossip guy. You know the guy. I didn't say that. Yeah, you did, Philip. Philip is one of those guys. Two-faced. He admitted to it. Then he admits that he's going out on these little things with Henning Pauly, the fucking alleged pedo that ran from the United States back to Germany, and Steve from Boston, 60 Cycle Hum, the Guitar Geek. They're all in it together. Yeah, Fender and Gibson are kings of the arena. You're not fucking gonna do anything. Heaven's Edge, yeah. I haven't heard the song, but I know they got a new album out. Yeah. You know what kills me about that whole Fender thing? I didn't want to make a video, but I thought it was time to. Well, then why are you making a fucking video? What do you got to do about the Fender situation? You're not a lawyer. You're not an attorney. You don't know all the legal ramifications of what they got legally. Only Bud Cole probably doesn't even know. Probably just the lawyers. Oh, Henning Pauly? Yeah, he's a scumbag. So let me tell you about Henning Pauly. He's part of that whole group. And Philip McKnight is friends with him. Henning Pauly had a 15-year-old girl. I think her name was Diana. Henning Pauly deleted a lot of the videos. Because in the videos he was making I was a guitar student. He was making sexual innuendos, saying it was just funny stuff. But a lot of it got deleted. Why? Because there was going to be an investigation on him. And I keep on, that's why I say that when I show you guys the messaging, when I comment on his videos. Whatever happened to the investigation? You said you were a well-known producer and you had an album out over here. Why would you leave the USA so fucking fast? Oh, because the heat came. And then you fucking hauled ass back to Germany. Yeah, I really didn't want to make this video, man, but you know what? It's time. Shut the fuck up. All for clicks. Self-gain and clicks. You know what? I might go to NAMM this year and have a fucking discussion with these motherfuckers. I get invited every year to NAMM. I never go because it's a shit show. It's all social media people, you know? But maybe I will go this year. Yeah, it's like this guy talking about the fucking the neck pockets fretting something. I don't even remember his fucking channel. Yeah. So I dug pretty deep into Henning Pauly. I'll tell you one of the things he told the girl. I watched the video and it was a deleted video, and he says she was talking and they were talking on a couch, and I don't know what the actual conversation was, but I remember she said to him, I would love to own a horse. And he said, well, where would you keep him? She's like, I don't know. And he says something like, well, you can keep him by your back door, but he's always going to want in. I was like, are you out of your... She's fucking 15, dude. You're like 40. Are you out of your fucking mind? And then if you see some of his videos, he's got a shirt open, like like completely. So like you can see like it's completely open all the way down, like with no pants on, and it's like out. And I'm like, why would you put that in a thumbnail click? Are you out of your fucking mind? You know? Because I don't know who the fuck's watching. I'm not gonna have a shirt off, or that's disrespectful for everybody, men and women. You act appropriate, you fucking scumbag. And I'm done with Bad Brad. I started giving him props. Hey man, I'm happy you're doing better videos. But after you fucking dox that guy, I was gonna give guest lessons, and I thought, blah blah blah. And what the fuck is wrong with you? You're not famous, dude. Nobody even knows who the fuck you played for. I say the name Colt Ford, and you guys are like, who? Yeah, I didn't want to make this video. Yeah, Henning Pauly's a fucking weird. And so, like, he commented back. He's like, dude, that was a little rude and blah, blah, blah. I go, rude? I go, what about the shit you did? I said, fucking vacations with a bunch of fucking YouTube social media stars. I said, are you gay with your pink shirts? And then making comments like that. And then you're trying to get people to put a GoFundMe to have her travel to Nam out by Europe. But you're saying you're not a pedo? Fuck off. Yeah, I liked Bad Brad. I would get on him about some of the videos, and he was doing a lot of good videos. But as soon as he fucking was talking about that guitar shop and he wouldn't let it go, he was really butthurt over that. I don't know, man. That's just disappointing. I could have got him thousands of views, maybe even sold the guitar. They don't give a fuck. They'll ask you for help. They'll pay you and ask you for help. You get, you know, the guitar shops in Florida are different than small mom and pops towns. Where I live in, it's a county. My county has probably like 30, 40 million people just in my fucking county. If you count South Florida as a whole, there's probably 100 fucking million people here. People are used to rude, ignorant people. Yeah, yeah. The poser things fucking, it's like KMD, you know. Looks great. Got fucking really long hair and cool, but you know what? You play like a fucking you play worse than a School of Rock beginner. You know. Hey, Jerry, what's Jake's channel name? Jake he shows like a $249 guitar and he's doing this. I'm like, dude, instead of worrying about shilling a $249 guitar, maybe put your time and effort into, yeah, KDH. Yeah, he's a fucking poser. I wish he'd come after me. Sometimes he's got good stuff, but he does it for clicks. He talks shit about Rob Chapman, and then what's he doing? Taking fucking pictures with him at Nam. Bro. If you talk shit about me and you come up to me at Nan, you're gonna get bitch slapped. I'm not taking a motherfucking picture with you. So so here's my issue: are they in cahoots? Is KDM and Chapman working together to create controversy to sell fucking guitars? Possibly. How deep is this rabbit hole gonna go? So LSL gives Tim Pierce a letter because he's vested in LSL. LSL gives the fucking the redacted piece of front page to who? Philip McKnight. And then Phil gives it back to who? Rhett Shull. Rhett Shull and Tim Pierce hanging out at Norm's closing it down. They all fucking work together. They're pieces of shit. Oh, KDH? I don't know. He's from over in... Yeah, he might be over from Scotland, or he's from Europe, definitely. What's up, Mike? Oh, he's Irish? Big Jake Music, yeah. shilling a fucking guitar. So I looked that guitar up too. I forgot the name of it. It starts with a T or Telestar or Torstar or all kinds of fucking issues. Piece of shit. 249. The resale value's 70 to $125. So good luck with that. You'll lose your money. So even if you upgrade it, you're gonna lose tons of money on it. 249. Who knows how much it costs to get shipped to your house, the full total price. Then you end up upgrading some of it, and then you're like, you know what? It's already at 350, $400. I don't know what to do anymore. You know what I mean? So so that's my biggest issue. Philip McKnight is going to actually come on the show and say he's friends with Henning Pauly. Me? I'm doing pretty good. I went to see a friend's band tonight. I took my kid. We got back, I don't know, about 10:15. I didn't want to stay out. There was a lot of, it's a bar restaurant. There were 1,000 people there. And, there were a bunch of parties going on, birthday parties and stuff. So, I didn't want it to get too late and watch the bands because I don't want him to see what adults when they get stupid do. Yeah, he's protected by YouTube. That's the problem right there. YouTube is protecting a lot of these people because their channels are so fucking big. That's where YouTube makes money off of them is by the advertising. It's the advertising. So they're not going to do anything to a shill with a lot of fucking people. The bigger they are, the better it is for them. The more protection they get because the more ad revenue. Some of these big channels, even when you watch them with like a live stream, they got a fucking commercial every fucking minute. It's horrible. Getting a Leo James, you gotta let me know how that is. Yeah, I'm really tired of this shit too. You know what I mean? And then so the guy that I went to see, I won't say his last name, Jimmy. So I got a lawsuit with Progressive Insurance Company, and it's for millions of dollars. The paralegal for the defense team actually was dating a friend of mine and tried to get information from me, and that's illegal. Now he didn't give her the information, but it was the intent in which he did. And let's see. Let me show you what it says if I can pull it up. A paralegal using their position or a firm resources to look up private or confidential information about another friend through a friend, acquaintance, or a romantic partner violates professional ethics and confidential rules and can result in immediate termination or legal penalties. Strict confidentiality, conflicts of interest, employment, and private records. So he stuck up for me. So she didn't get no information, but the intent to get the information, and then my attorney wasn't David because he was in the Congress thing, but it was one of his other attorneys. I won't say her name. Said that there was nothing there, and I ended up writing. Her name's Angela. She works for them, and I said this is non-negotiable. You were going to bring Jimmy into the fucking picture. He's going to testify for me. It's non-negotiable. This is my fucking case. I say what goes. I said no more than Mr. fucking nice guy, and I'm not protecting. His name's John Richards, works for Progressive. I'm going to say his fucking name. I don't give a fuck. It's his paralegal. His paralegal was dating a friend trying to get information on me because my case is very valuable, worth millions of dollars. If I could just get a picture of him with a guitar on playing, his case is over. Shut the fuck up. I now he didn't give her the information, so I can't sue her, but I can get her fired, and because he hired her and she has that kind of ethics, he's responsible for her. So he's the one liable. He's the attorney that picked the paralegal. Basket case is cool. I forgot how to play that. I used to play that a long time ago. What is it? I don't remember. Something. It's got that basket cases. I like Heartbreak or whatever Boulevard. These lonely nights. I like that one they do, and Basket Case are probably my two favorite Green Day songs. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. You can tell. Listen, I came on, I deleted the video where I was fucked up on medication because I was in so much pain. I wanted you guys to see what really happens. I'm a real human. I go through problems. I'm going through a lot of medical issues, but I'm still a fucking human being. I have my bad days and my good days. I wanted you guys to see it doesn't matter how much money I made or what I did. I'm still susceptible to reality. And I have to live with reality. And I'm not a fucking superhuman. I'm not a superhero. I'm a human being. I wanted you guys to see that. Now, I took the video down, deleted it, because even though it got a lot of views, I didn't want my kid to see it when he's older. The guitar. Somebody told me that somebody hacked the guitarologist's live stream or something. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's like even guitarologists. I watched a video of him one day, and I kind of like him, but he's a raging lunatic. He went to a fucking school with a gun or some shit. But saying I don't know why Fender doesn't call me and ask me for my opinion. Why? Because you're a half-ass hack. You have to have certifications. They can't just fucking call you. It's the guitarologist. He knows what he's talking about. It doesn't matter if you know what you're talking about. A lot of these guys that fix shit have to have a certification. So if you're going to repair Fender, you have to be certified through Fender. That's just how they are. Same thing with, yeah. It's the same thing everywhere. You have to have a certification. Quit watching YouTubes on phones. Yeah. Yeah, Michael, especially. Yeah. And I got back, here. I was like, man, it maybe I should go just do another random live. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Usually, if I watch other live streams, I'll watch it on my TV and I text on my phone. On the you know. Yeah, he said he's sold this channel. Yeah, ad block. You could do ad block too. I'm not monetized, so like I don't get no commercials on my live streams. I'm the offender to YouTube because I'm not profitable for them, and I don't give a fuck. They make enough money without me. My guitars, what's my favorite to play? All of them. I just got this one. This is the Charvel. I almost bought another one today, but I didn't. My favorite, probably the I don't know if you can see, probably that R9. Oh, you're watching on iPad? Yeah, you'll never see ads on my channel ever. And if they force me to do that, I like I said, I'll take the ad money, all of it. Not like, let's say it's $10,000, 5,000, whatever it is. It's around 1,000 a month now. But if I had $1,000 a month, I'd probably put it on like two cards and give 500 away on each card. No, they pay you. So here's what the problem is. So the creators who put more ads on their channel, and you could tell them to limit it or not to limit it. If you don't limit it, you get a percentage of that ad based on how many views you get per video. And then on top of it, if you're doing gear reviews and shilling, you could get anywhere from $500 a guitar to 1,000. So that's why they're sitting on here, and they're all helping each other. They're networking so that they all have each other's subscribers so that they can help each other in making money. Whoops. Tape fell. Let's tape it up. Yeah, that Charvel, it's one of the better Charvels. For some reason, it just feels like it's a little different. Yeah, you have to because it becomes a business. So that's what's happened. It's kind of like police. Police have gotten bad. Now, there's not all bad cops, but what's happened is police make a lot of money today. So when you get money involved, it becomes tainted and corrupt. People don't do it for the right reasons. They do it for the money. I'm I'm here to help. Yeah, Randy has a lot of ads, but Randy's I like Randy because he's not a bullshitter though. So Randy, it's a business for him doing the vintage guitar shows and stuff. And I don't know if you saw like at the end, gave me like a shout out and stuff. I've known Randy for a long time. He don't see so good no more though. He's got to wear his glasses more. McKnight and Tone King, was it Badlands or something like that? There was another one Phillips started too. The Deftones are fucking awesome. Their cover of Sade was fucking great. No, Randy's a good guy. He's not a shill. He's not gonna lie to you. Randy's a good guy. Randy, what's his channel? Randy's Guitar Addict, something like that. He does a lot of the shows. He's got like bleached on one side and regular color on the other. Oh yeah, the old. Well, it's like that even today. Like the what do they call them? Um, they go to like the stores and buy all the Pokemon cards. Scalpers. Pokemon's for kids, and now because it's a big business, they're going in there and not leaving any of the cards for the fucking kids. You know, like why you're gonna buy all the a case of that shit because you think you're gonna get a god pack? Fucking stupid. Yeah, pawn shops online. Yeah, Guitar Addict. Yeah, Randy's a good guy. And a lot of them start out with great intent. Like Bad Brad when he first started was okay. Even Red Show when he first started was okay. They get caught up in ego unrealistic ideas of clicks, and then they put themselves on a pedestal and want to say that they're equal to, to be honest, I can understand why Tom is pissed. Teabags, Uncle Teabags. I can understand his frustration that he's not a well-known guitar player and been on celebrities' records, and and shills think they're on the same level as him. The flock blocker, it's funny as shit. Yeah, yeah, Randy's a good guy. Yeah, I like Bernth too. Bernth is funny. He's a good guitar player. And the more like I again, I the the more that they get on with their channels and the more successful it comes, the more ideas about making money. It's kind of like you make a good living and then you think, well, what if I do this and what if I do that and I'm getting more popular and more famous. Shut the fuck up. Can't you just be honest with the people and go, listen, these are worth probably at a most $1,000 at most. Go get one for five, six, $700 used, and it's a great deal. You know what I mean? Are there any issues? I'm not qualified to tell you. Why? I'm not a luthier. Be fucking honest. I mean, there's a way to get around the quality control issue and go, I think it plays okay, but who am I? I'm not a luthier. So now you just took yourself out of the fucking equation. Yeah, it's different if you collected it when you were a kid. Oh, Bernth? Yeah, I see a little bit of the money sneaking in there. Yeah, honesty is the best way. And like I said, I don't care what you buy. I don't know any one of you personally. Don't know any one of you on a personal level. Like, I talked to even Jerry. I talked to him on the phone, Stevie. I talked to him on the phone, and Amir. I haven't seen Amir in a while, but he texts me. Whatever you decide is up to you. I can only tell you, I don't have a problem with shilling a Harley Benton, but you got to tell the quality control issues and say it's a 50-50 chance. You can't just fucking lie to the people and go, it's a great guitar. You even should at some point tell them, hey, listen, they send ringers out. So I don't know. I'm just warning you. It's a 50-50 chance. You can only go by research and data according to Google. It's kind of like somebody was telling me about the Silver Sky outsold any Fender. That's a lie. You know how it's a lie? Because Fender doesn't post anything because it's a private company. You know where they got that data? Reverb only. From Reverb. Now you're going to come on fucking YouTube and say the Silver Sky outsold any Fender guitar. Yeah, on Reverb. You have a coat hanger with Duncan Pickle. What's up, Vinny? I do know you personally. Yeah, Gibson. I never had a shitty Gibson. I never had a shitty Fender. But I always played them before I bought them. You know what I mean? You think you have someone taking advantage of copyright claims on you? They won't give you a strike. If you're not monetized, you can put all the fucking copyright material you want on there. I got a copyright um, of a song that I fucking wrote and had publishing to. And then the copyright, it wasn't a strike. Oh, you had to bust my chops. Yeah, my fingers get like that too. I haven't played all day. I just picked up the guitar now. So like if I was so here, Jerry, if I was to warm up, I would do something like I showed that rolling lick. I might do it in another spot. See, now I can't do that right now. So I'm playing rusty, so I got to go back and then wait until it cleans up, and then I know I'm warmed up. You play some guitars in my area, Guitar Center. Play some. I played a nice LTD SG. It was $450. I almost bought it. It had EMG HZs in there. It sounded good, played good. Oh, you got some new snakeskin pants? Awesome. If you text my email, I'll send you some 80s stuff. I have those big fur fucking leg warmer things that look like boots from I have David Lee Roth's pair. If you want them, you can have them. Minions with Motorhead playing. Do that slow? Yeah. Oh, at Creek, yeah, I go to the Creek one all the time. So it's just. Let me get. So you're gonna play on the second string 1, 2, 4, and then the first string, your first and second on. So it starts on 7. Pick, hammer, hammer, and then the first string. So you gotta play it forwards and then backwards. And then you're gonna switch it every other one. So now this action's actually too low for me. Here, let me get another guitar. I know that sounds funny to you guys, but I can't get it to pinch. Here's the thinking. This one on standby. Let me put this one up. Actually, I'm going to have to raise the action on the Charvel. It's a little low. So I know that may sound funny to you guys, but if the action is a little too low for me, I can't get it to pinch on the fret. Your eyes blister? Oh, desk concerts? Oh, really? Oh, Dave. Yeah, Dave doesn't need them anymore. The guitarologist is live. Oh, yeah, that somebody was saying that. Play something difficult for what? You want me to play something difficult? Oh, Cover Band Confidential, yeah. I've commented on them too. They're small though. But yeah, they're a bunch of whiners. You could play that, John. 1, 2, 4. Pull off on the 4th string, 1, 3, 4. Go back to the 5th string, play 1, 2, 4. Pull off on the 3rd string, 3, 4, 3, 1. Go back to the 4th string, 1, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. And then the B minor arpeggio. Floppy. See, I'm missing those. I'm not quick enough. I haven't warmed up for that. Man, that's slow. You're gonna have to give me a minute. Floppy. There you go. That's with the without the arpeggio. Becker, Jason Becker. Beaker rules. Yeah, too low of a setup. That definitely you can't get the pinch on the harmonics. Oh, the Muppets, Beaker. Yeah, I don't like super high, but I like it like. Let me see if I could show you. Let's see. Let me move the mic. Let me see if I turn it the right way. Yeah, see, it's not super low. Not super high. I could get a pick in there easy and have room. It's probably like an eighth off of the neck, maybe. But off the fret, it's about a pick height, like an 88. There you go. It takes me a minute to get that thing up to speed. That's probably the hardest thing. Especially when you start gapping it with the stretch. Gigi Sarzo. There you go. You could call yourself Gigi Sarzo. It's not bad. You look like you could be Robert's young, maybe even his daughter. You're 19. He's my age. You could be a Robert Sarzo's daughter. You got his old hair. Ingve, yeah. No, it's not intonation. It can affect your intonation. It depends, like how you're set, like your bridge. If you have like springs in it too, because if you don't have if your action's too low, then your springs have to be looser. The Muppets. Yeah. That's about. It's about 1.0 for me on the yeah. Alice Cooper in the Muppet Show. That's funny. So let me see what other guitars in here. What's a perfect height for me? See, now Les Pauls play different. Let's see. Let's see if I'm able to do that on a. Here's the other thing I hate people talking about. Mojo. Let's take a $16,000 guitar down. Let's see if it's got mojo. What'd you say? I can't hear you. Oh, you don't play unless I move the string? Mojo. Oh, Poison, yeah. That's a good song. So that's Vinnie Moore on that song. Oh, you seen a Solar? Solars are pretty nice. A Request? Oh, Ingve on Old Show? Your poison. For me, it's 11:38. I forget. That's a John Sykes one, or is that? That's a White Snake song too, I think. I don't know. That is. Yeah, this guitar plays better than all of them. I think it sounds better. But is it worth 16 grand? Fuck no. Out of all the guitar, what I prefer playing are Les Pauls. I love Les Pauls. You can hear a difference too. Yeah, I mean, this guitar is really good. I like the necks aren't so wide and flat on the Les Paul. They're a little. They actually feel like the PVHPs or the Wolfgangs. Yeah, the Schecters are play good too. My fingers look like spider catching a horde of flies. Sometimes I get sloppy though. Like I feel like I'm playing sloppy, but I haven't played all day. Yeah, I prefer. Out of all my Kiesel plays well, but I prefer Les Pauls. My first real good guitar was an SG, and then so I guess I'm biased to Gibsons because that was my first real guitar, and I played a lot on an SG neck. So Les Pauls probably go back to like childhood things. You know what I mean? Is it a better guitar? No, my white one in the corner is a custom studio, but I've had that forever. That's not gonna go anywhere. A jazz guitar original? What I miss? Octopus fingers. I got spider fingers. Yeah, I don't sweep much anymore. I sweep better on a Les Paul than any other guitar. I don't know what it's called. It was black and it had EMGs in it. The LTD I played tonight. My original SG, it was like a 72 SG, I think it was. It was a cherry red. I got it from my cousin. Yeah, Zions are really good, but they're pricey too. Yeah, I just saw Frank Marino play. Man, he can still fucking play and sing, bro. I can't. Frank is one of those rare specimens of music. He's getting older, and he seems like he stays the same. You know what I mean? And like mechanic, we were talking on Tortured's page. The reason why I don't edit videos and do like these big edited videos is because I want you to see how I warm up. I want you to see the mistakes because don't let people fool you. The guitar gods like Vi, they fuck up all the time and they have to warm up a lot. Trust me. You think I've played with Ingve when he come fresh into a fucking guitar center. He ain't fucking spot on clean. He hits some bad notes here and there too. Until he's warmed up. Then when he's warmed up, don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I want people to see. Just because you've been successful and you can play like that doesn't mean that you could just fucking play like that at will. Can I get on here and do this? Yeah, because those are the easy go-to licks to warm up with, and to be honest with you, I have to warm up my picking hand before anything. So I'm picking that. That's not just legato. Now you can see. We put the mic back. So now you can see the picking. I don't know if you could see that before. Yeah, so my rhythm hand is just as important as my left. Because my right hand forces my left hand to get cleaner and faster. The right hand is if the right hand isn't warmed up properly, this hand can't. I have to be able to pick everything clean. If I can't pick it clean, this hand ain't gonna do shit but sound like a jackass, like fumbling. I'll be like a football fumbling passer. I have to get. Oh yeah, he's got some long ass live streams too. I do watch him. I'm not sub to him. I will sub him though. If you say he's a cool guy, I'll sub him. He does some long. He like live every Saturday, like a 10-hour stream. I'm like, how the fuck you do that, bro? I can't play that long. Yeah, blues is great. I liked Hairpick, that album he did, Hairpack. Yeah, he played that plaid Yamaha. Oh, you said yeah, you outshred him. Wes has some cool songs though. He's definitely a metal guy. Was the fiddle parts to the south's gonna do it again? Was it that? Is that what you played, Mechanic? Yeah, and it's a. I might do something like that too sometimes. Switching the fingers. Try to get it to switch. Alright. I'll be on tomorrow like my regular time. I'm not going to stay on here late. Oh, first stage of Alzheimer's? That sucks, bro. Because my uncle that I deal with has dementia, and his son's 77, because he's almost 100. So his son is 77, and he lives with his half sister. So, and he hasn't called his dad in a fucking year. It's sad to me because his dad has got more sense than he does. Wash that hairspray right out of your hair. I'll tell some funny hairspray stories about some people in the business tomorrow night. Fire hair. I am a fire starter. What was that band? I am the fire starter. I am the. No, it's not Ramstein. I am a fire starter. Poof! It's almost like house music. I am the fire starter. He's got like a mohawk or something, or red hair. What was it? Oh man, I'm not gonna put this on the ground. But don't let me drop it though. One hand, a single-handed hang. Woo! Oh, yeah, fire starter. I'm gonna look that up. That was a good band, bro. See, this is way wider neck. Let me see. I am a fire starter. I am a fire starter. That sounds like Lestat. It's an old song. 80s. Oh, Prodigy. There you go. Ha! There you go, Vinny. You knew it. You got it. Before me. You win nothing. You got nothing. Nothing. You got nothing. You can't redeem it. You can't redeem it, big boy. No. That's from Beavis and Butthead. You can redeem it. Your ego made me do it. Yeah. Prodigy. I used to like them too. I love Deftones, Prodigy. I love all those bands. I I I can't say any band that has made it that deserved it because they were different. I can't say anything bad. I might say it's not my cup of tea, but they're good because they're going to go a lot farther than they went a lot farther than somebody like even Tom Teabags. He's a famous session guy, right? But no one knows him. I am a fire starter. Two of you guys have heard that song, but you had to look it up. Prodigy. Poof, fire starter. Poof, it was just cool. Static X was cool too. That's a shame that singer died. I forgot his name. That's a fucked up story. Psychomatic Alakazam. Psychosomatic Alazrapam. There you go. You can use part of a drug name. Psychosomatic Alazrapam, and then get a deal, and then have the drug company sponsor you because they make trillions. Wayne, yeah. That's a fucked up story. Oh, Mad Max, yeah. Wayne died from pills and booze. Isn't that what fucking Philip McKnight did the other day? I ordered a guitar. I took some pain meds and fucking I had a drink. Next thing I knew, I woke up. Oh, good role model, bro. The Klonopin, Klonopin. Oh, Philip? Yeah, he was talking about he fucking passed out at his in his studio, whatever the fuck he was doing on the computer because he mixed alcohol and pain pills or something, medication. I'm like, I mean, I'm on medication, but like I still have my fireballs there. People are like, you drink? Yeah, but I have a little bit. But if I'm taking a pain med, I'm not gonna take fucking alcohol with it. Yeah, McKnight did pills and booze, admitted to it, and then bought a guitar off Reverb. Said he passed out, woke up, and he didn't know what he did, and he ended up buying a guitar. Does that sound like a great businessman? I don't know. Maybe that's why his fucking guitar shop fucking closed for real. Kept falling asleep inside the shop after. The Shillers, yeah. I just can't. I've made up my mind. I can't stand any of them. The Shilling. The Shilling is just. I'll watch Kayla Kent give her $5. I'd rather watch her play covers and talk shit. You know what I mean? Same with, like I enjoy watching Mechanic Jams. He's got some cool tracks. Same with Tortured, cool tracks. I enjoy listening to him. You know, I enjoy watching their journey. I enjoy, you know what I mean? People are losing limbs, dude. You can look up the drug war in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It's legal out on the streets. They got like, I'll tell you. Let me tell you a fucked up story. Her name was Lackard. You can look this up. She was like second or third in command in the police department. She was a DEI hire, I think out of New York. Her son was a gangbanger, shot in the chest and shot in the leg. 2 separate shootings. Her husband was in prison twice for fucking drug charges. So the DEI hired her, right? She got caught driving the fucking family fucking van around a courthouse while her son jumped in and opened fire. Him and the dad opened fire on a rival gang. Are you out of your fucking minds? What has this country become when you hire people like this? You hired someone who has a fucking 2 drug charges in prison, gets out. The son's been shot twice. Then you're going to drive him around a courthouse and open fire on a rival gang? Fucking unbelievable. There was just my wife sent me a video today in my neighborhood. I don't know where. She said it's not directly near us, but it's in the city I live. She took her niece in, was going on some kind of chats asking for people to help and giving out the address. They get to the house. She's 15 years old, been beaten half her life by the cousin. The fucking husband is a fucking pedo. They were starving her, locking her in the closet. What the fuck is wrong with humanity with some of these people? They should publicly have a pay-per-view and fucking hang them. I don't even think hang. They should just chains and just pull the brains off. So I'll tell you another story. Stoneman Douglas. Remember that kid that shot and killed 17 people? Do you know why he really did that? You probably don't know. You've probably watched them on the news. I forget his name. Nicholas something. My dad actually worked as a resource officer out of that school. He retired from the police department and went there and said that they were going to have a shooting. They laughed at him. 10 years later, fucking shooting. Do you know why why he went into that school? Because his parents were drug addicts. He was living with some other family members or a family. They bust him to that school because he was living in that neighborhood, and they picked on him. A lot of them picked on him, including the football team. Now they created Scott Israel, who was the sheriff of Broward County, started, it's called the Promise Act. It was only at that school. Why? Because Scott Israel lived in Parkland. He was protecting congressmen's kids. So anything that was in-house illegally, the school dealt with it, not the police. So, someone's son got in trouble. They simulated rape with a baseball bat on a student. The other kid was a senator's kid. That's how the Promise program got developed by Scott Israel, because his kid was there and his kid was a part of it. There you go. Now you know why. It was a big fucking cover-up of a sheriff, because he was protecting the elites at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And because of that, and because the school accepted that, 17 kids died because they didn't do the right thing. Protecting the scumbags with their kids who, listen, it's not the drug addicts kid doing all the fucking harm. It's the fucking senators' kids and the cops' kids, because they think they're untouchable. Like this lacquered lady. Your fucking kid's a gangbanger and you're driving around a courthouse, bussing them around, shooting at other gangs, and you're second in charge, third in charge at the fucking New York City Police Department or whatever. You're out of your fucking mind. The fuck is wrong? Yeah, they were told to stand down. And that woman was a police major who was on the scene. She called the shots. And you're not supposed to stand down. You're supposed to engage immediately. What's up, Johnny? A woman major told them to stand down. That was the second debacle after the airport shooting that Scott fucked up. And then Scott Israel resigned so he can keep his fucking license or whatever he wanted to keep. And went, and now he's a sheriff at another fucking county. He moved, and now he's a sheriff up in fucking Orlando in the middle of nowhere. If you get fired or you resign as a police officer because of incidents, you should not be able to police in any state. You should have your weapons taken away. It's like a drug charge. They take your guns away from you. They need to take your badge away from you. No fucking retirement pension. If you can't resign and get away with it, they need to penalize these fuckers. Just like they need to start penalizing the fucking shills. IRS is losing billions of dollars. I did the math the other day. They're losing like $40 million a month. The IRS. By the YouTube shills. $40 million a month the IRS is losing in tax money. Now you times that times the 52 weeks, you're in the billions. Go start over as a mall. No, I don't even think you should be a mall cop. You should be a fucking janitor. I think you should be I don't think you should. When you fail in society, you should have no job in society. It should be like fucking medical insurance over the phone. and let them reimburse. Why did they got to sue the city and let the taxpayers pay for it? You want to keep your job? Now you pay reimbursement to the families that died. It comes out of your fucking pay for the shitty fucking decision you made. Wasn't me in my area. Now I got to pay for Broward County because they get sued? Fuck off. You should pay for it. You and your fucking family because you were a dumbass. Funny story, your wife's cousin was a cop. He just got caught cheating on an exam on how to operate a breathalyzer. They fired him and everyone was in on it. Right on the spot, zero tolerance. Oh, that's good. Janitor in the Breakfast Club. Yeah, crimes deserve punishment. Just like I said, this paralegal that works for John Richards that is hired by fucking Progressive Insurance Company that I'm suing because they insured a fucking truck with broken safety latches and dumped half his fucking load of a dump truck at 70 miles per hour on my fucking truck on I-95. And he doesn't think I should get a fucking dime. And that's really what fucked up my back, and I had no idea. His paralegal was dating a friend of mine and wanted him to call me and ask me detailed questions about my personal life and use it against me so that they didn't have to pay me out. Are you out of your fucking minds? And then my lawyer says, not David, but we won't mention her name, says there's nothing there. Bull fucking shit. It's the intent. If you can be arrested for intent to sell, conspiracy to sell, there's an intent and conspiracy into fucking ethics code. You will fucking pay. You work for me. I said it's non-negotiable. He will testify for me. It is. You may be my fucking lawyer, but I'm telling you, he's going on that fucking stand. David Bowie. David Bowie was awesome. I got to record an album for what's her name? Grace Jones, his old girlfriend, wife, whatever she was. Her guitar player had a heart attack. This was about a year ago. And I got a call from actually my amp tech. They need somebody. I gave them your name. So they called me and I finished the album in about a week down in Miami. Grace Jones, I think that's her name. The black chick that was bald head that's crazy. That's where I met Julian Lennon. Now, Julian Lennon saw what I was doing, and he was like, I've never seen anybody do that. So what I did is I said, can you play me, I need you to play me his track, what he was looking at from the raw tracks, because they do pre-rehearsal stuff that goes to the label, and they say yay or nay. So they had rough tracks. So I said, play me the rough track and, with the music, and then play the rough track by itself, and then play the rough track and record me on a separate track. So I did like, I think there were 10 songs. I did 7. So I was doing it all by ear with no charts. And because I was listening to because it was already written. And there was just me, a producer, and they were doing backing vocals on another area. And Julian walked in and they were watching me because everybody was watching it first. And then they saw what I was doing, and Julian's like, I'd like you to come work on my album. And then about 6 months after, Julian's song just came out probably 3-4 months ago. He was like, do you know who I am? I was like, dude, I don't have time. Again, I know he's a famous kind of guy and his dad was more famous, and he was kind of cool, but he was kind of snobbish that I didn't want to do work for him. I was like, I really don't care. You know who I am? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Oh, Conan. Yeah, Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, she was in that. I don't know if they released. I don't even know. I never even looked to see if they released it or the album ever came out. I don't know what it's even called. You'd have to look up Grace Jones. It probably would come out in 2025 or 2026. But who knows? Maybe the label shelved it. But I know Julian's stuff came out probably 6 months ago. There are some nice guys in the music industry, but there's also assholes. Now, Julian wasn't a complete asshole because I mean he complimented me. He goes, "That's incredible, man. I'd like you come work for me. Will you do a couple tracks? I don't have time. I'm not here to pick up more work. I'm trying to stop fucking recording. I did it as a favor for a friend because he put my name out there and I didn't want him to look bad. Cuz I would have told her no. Cuz they only paid me like $150,000 for the fucking album and I did 7 songs. That's like 3 songs for Beyonce. Time is it 12:14? Yeah, it's crazy. I can't see my account tonight. I don't know how to look at the counts again. Let me see if I flip it. Let me see. Does it say? Is that 99? 99? Add scene demo. Welcome. Oh, I see it. 20, 26. I can see it at the top there. How come I can't see it there? See, I'm missing like a couple lines. I don't know how to put that in there. It doesn't matter. Raise. He's in trouble with women now? Who? Julian? Really? Oh, Jared Leto? 30 Seconds to Mars? Famous fucking actor that owes a record label. Owes record labels. Where's all my money? Well, your extravagant tours, you owe us 2.4 million. What? Fuck off. And when I flip it the other way, it's a bigger picture, right? Look at that. I didn't know that did that either. It makes it like a bigger scene. You can see all the guitars. If I flip it the other way, you get my ugly face. Soul Train. Dude, I used to watch that. What was Solid Gold? It was on Saturdays. I watched all the music shows. Fridays they had bands. They had what was that guy? Wolfman Jack here. We got the jams tonight. Lennon Toledo. Yeah, Jared's kind of a douche. He's a great actor. His band 30 Seconds to Mars ain't bad either. It's actually better than some of the pro musicians, actually, now that I think about it. It's like a harder U2 kind of thing. It's like pop U2 with a little rock in there. Yeah, I hate lawyers. Wait till fucking Monday, boy. I'm calling David, my main attorney. He's the one that owns the practice. I already told him I don't like what she said, and that's a complete fucking lie. I said I'm not a fucking idiot. I go, listen, I have some of the biggest attorneys in the fucking world that do other stuff for me. You were recommended by a friend. The Plasmatics. I forget the guy's name. He was a guitar player for Plasmatics. Now he train. He's like the guy that Hollywood calls because he's got like all these fucking grizzly bears and tigers and lions. He had a lion. I think he said it was in a Kevin Costner movie. Something about mailmen. That's the Plasmatics guitar player's lion. They had to do a second take. He said there's a scene where the lion chases him down, and the second time the lion went after him for real. And that scene ended up costing, just for the scene, cost the movie company $2 million because he got hurt, broke his ribs, and they said, "Listen, we'll give you an extra million." He was like, "Okay." Wendy O. Williams, yeah. If you look in, I show pictures. Do I have them on there? Are they in Facebook? It's with Patrick Johansson, Dave the Beast at Power Station, Bon Jovi's old studio. Let me see. Let me see. Was my pictures? Settings, help report, CK, so all the profiles. Oh, I wonder if it's on this one. Let's see. Leon Todd. I don't even go on there anymore. Let's see. See all photos. Here's some of my old heads. This is this is the other two JVM heads. This is on my other page. Let me see. Let's see what's in there. This is I've talked about Taylor Anderson before, to play with Cinderella and those bands. That's him there. He was jamming with me. Let's see, me, Carlos. So there's Carlos and Taylor at a rehearsal. Carlos plays with Louis Fonsi, but he's played with Steve Vai, and this is Stephen Little. He played keyboards for Rainbow. He was in the band. I forget about these. Holy shit! Any more 80s stuff in there? Here's an 80s picture. That's some funny ass shit. Let's see. Here's some of my old amps. Stupid shit, right? Who the fuck's loading that now? Not me. Oh, here's Carlos with Steve Vai. This is him standing up next to Steve Vai. That's him standing. And that's Steve Vai sitting in the chair like a king. And I got him on the phone too. Here's some old guitars that are put away. Oh, there's the red RG I traded Rob. That was Paul Gilbert's RG. I forgot about these. There's Vinny. There's your guitar. There's a Kramer. There's a Gem. Hell yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Let's see all. Oh, there's a lot of duplicates. Here's the fucking. She's following me. This is the paralegal that dated my friend. She's following my channel, my other channel. Fucking stupid bitch. Ethics, right? How do we get that off? Let's see, can I go to that page? Maybe I have. Do I have any video of that shit? No. So they got me maybe doing 2 shows, 30 minutes. Let's see, is there anything in here? Not really. So out of 5 shows, 3 of them I canceled and I did 2. I wonder if this has any old videos. Oh wait, maybe. Oh wait, here's some old amps. These are 2 of the signature Dimebag cabs. Let me see if it plays. Can we go back? How does it play? How do I see this? Man, that was some tone. That was a Lizzie Kentner head and 2 Dimebag Darrell crank cabs. Let's see, is there anything else? Must be on a guitar. That was Joey. Let's see. I know we were mentioned in some magazines the other thing. Let's see. I don't know if it's any there. Let's see. Haunted. What was that? Metal Mansion was a magazine on. Oh, here's a Voodoo and EVH I have. Let's see. Can I turn this? Remember the red Voodoos? Gibson Les Paul Voodoos? Here's me and my son. I was trying on clothes for a show. Damn, can I get that over? Whoops. Don't fall out. Gotta turn it right so you can see. That might be about it. Yeah, the end. Oh wait, no, it was loading. Let's see. The end. No, it's loading. It's so old. I think that's about it though. Yeah. So there's some stuff for you. The snake skin, yeah. Oh, you worked with Jared Leto's brother? Oh, Buster the bus. Yeah, dude. Remember then that song for yeah, Buster Poindexter. It turned into like a cruise ship song or something, right? Yeah, the one venue was kind of big. It was outdoors, so it was a big stage. I'll go at 12:30, a couple minutes. I was almost famous. I was on a lot of famous albums. I was actually in Guitar World and Guitar Player magazine. I was on the cover twice, and they did maybe five different articles with Rob Shores. Yeah, I think I think that was Swampwood or something, that when the Memphis or Nashville, wherever they were making the Les Pauls, got flooded. Yeah, to be honest, that guitar sounded like shit. It was the pickups. I hated the pickups. You know, when you make it to MTV, then you can say you're famous. But those bands that I play for, like in the like mid '80s, '87, like the Expose and the Dance Band, they were. It was. I'm embarrassed, but to be honest, I'm embarrassed by writing that music. I thought it sucked. Yeah, I thought Expose sucked. To be honest with everybody, when they offered me the money, I was like, really? That's such shitty music. Where do I sign? Where do I sign? Right here on the dotted line, sir. All right. Give me a nice pen. But that fluke of what I did by not getting into Ozzy and ended up with Expose was a fluke. That's why I said everything happens for a reason. That was one of the biggest fluke stories I can ever fucking tell. I was writing music for Universal Pictures, doing orchestrations and 100-piece orchestrations and doing that stuff. And then I get a call from a DJ and I'm not interested. Then it ended up like the movie Rockstar, but in a dance band. It, and it wasn't that we replaced anybody, but it was the phone calls. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. You know, your contract says this. Your contract says that. You know, and then after a while, it gets on you because they ride you. They want to fine you for everything. If you talk to somebody in the airport, it's $2,500 out of your pay. If you're late to a show, that's $5,000 off your pay. If you cut your hair, you need permission, or it's a $2,000 fine. If you get a piercing, it's a $2,000 fine. If you get a tattoo, it's a $2,000 fine. It was a fine for everything. And the White Snake video? No. I've met Coverdale and John Sykes, but I've never played with them. And Red Beach lived like a city over from me. But I wouldn't have taken David's. You're taking me. I hated it. I wrote everything on the keyboard, and then I used a Rockman, the headphone Rockman at Criteria Studios to record through. Yeah, now you're better off busking or doing a viral song. Like back then in the '80s, you had to sign a record deal. I was 18. The signing bonus was $4 million. So the whole expose thing turned out. I'll tell you the money. I don't give a shit. It turned about into like a $350 million deal, and I broke a Beatles record. I had 3 or 4 top tens at the same time off one record. But I mean, that's unheard of. It was a fluke. Yeah, everyone does demos with keyboard. Yeah. Fucking DJ's calling you. You end up, I'm in a recording studio doing orchestration, so I have access to a fucking recording place. I do 2 or 3 songs, and the next thing I know, they're all over the fucking radio all over the world. I'm breaking Beatles records, so other labels start calling the radio station, who are they signed with, and then he fucking basically eBayed the band. And I told him, he told the record label I had 13 more songs. I had 0. I was 18. Bro. He's like, what do you want to do? I said, get the most money you can for a signing bonus, because that might be the end of the fucking money. So he got 5 and I got 4. Turned into 350. He spent all this money on drugs and women. Lewis. Yeah, it was the arena rock era, and Expose was the dance band. Hey, what's up, Rex? I should have learned Up All Night. Up All Night. No, you're not crude, bro. A lot of people don't know who I am. I like it that way. I mean, eventually, more if the channel gets big enough, everyone's gonna know. I might have Marcel Olivia on the channel. It's hard to get people on the channel. He's a friend. He lives uh, near me, like 5 minutes away. He was a famous tattoo artist on Miami Ink., but he's a metal guitar player, and he's been over my house a lot. I text him. I haven't even checked my texts. I text him. I say, "Hey man, you want to come over like on a Saturday or Sunday?" Because he just opened a new shop. But he's if you type in Marcel Oliveira, Miami Ink., you'll see videos of his work all over YouTube, and they do interviews. What's it like being in a famous like Miami Ink. and this and that? He's awesome. He was gonna tattoo where my scar is. He wanted to tattoo that for free. I'm like, dude, that's like 20 grand. He's like, you're my friend. He's from Brazil, I think. Yeah, a lot of tours are shutting down. And I told you guys the scam. I told you guys how they jack up ticket prices. You got Live Nation and these guys, they're in cahoots. So if I rent the Hard Rock Stadium, it's $60,000 for me. If Taylor Swift rents it, it's 1.2 million. It's not really, because Live Nation is doing it as almost like a management company who books the shows. So they're taking and saying that they're booking it for 1.2 million to justify the raising of the ticket prices, when that's not really the case. It's a fucking scam. So now you know why ticket prices are so high, because the artists in Live Nation are in cahoots. That's a fucking money market scheme is what it is. It used to not be that way, but once the money and the touring got tainted, so he's got Live Nation rents it for 60 grand, charges her 1.2 million when it's like a management company booking her shows for her. So they raise the ticket prices to astronomical fees, and then they split the fucking thing. So how much does Live Nation actually make? Probably $2 million for putting in 60 grand. What a fucking return, huh? Yeah. I never got tattoos. I had all the piercing. I had my nose pierced, my eyebrow was pierced. I have my ears are pierced. This ear was pierced. I don't wear nothing in it no more. I'm 60. You know what I mean? So I went out looking like this. The hat on, the hair down. I went and saw my buddy's band. Packed. I was like, bro, you're my age. How you fucking still doing this, bro? Yeah. And I know what's his name is still writing music for them here and there. Yeah, there's definitely tiers. levels of tiers throughout the business. You know, that's why I laugh like top music attorney. You're such a fucking fraud. You're using YouTube to shill your company and then talk about lawsuits. Like, if you shilled your fucking music as much as you do your business practice, maybe you could get somewhere in the music industry. Yeah, it's a hot spot. Yeah, there's so many people around here. Lanier, um, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons had houses here. Dee Snider had houses here. Back in the 80s, the Art Sox Playpen South was a huge metal scene. You could go in there on Metal Mondays. You know, Savatage playing on one stage and another band on the other stage. It was crazy. It was insane. Nestor, yeah. Nah, he's not the guitar player. That's a fake name. My name was taken off. So what happened is about 10 years ago, I was got back in the music scene and Pantera Productions with Lewis and I was Lewis's cousin who ran Pantera. He was also Ishmael. He was the lawyer. We got sued and the judge awarded the name to the girls. So they just used whatever names on the with the name expose. That's a whole nother fucking shit show. So everybody that actually created expose lost the name to expose only because the girl sued for the name. So if you look on Google, you can see how many times that was altered. Look up, it'll tell you how many times information was changed. Yeah, and that Taylor Swift's another fraud. Her dad was a multimillionaire worth a $500 million as a CEO in Merrill Lynch. They moved to Nashville. Scott from DreamWorks, which was Disney, who was a friend of Mr. Swift, he loaned Scott $100 million of money, of his money. And in return, he had to sign the daughter to the label. And then a lot of people were hired, did the album, and then put her on Instagram and TikTok. Skating rink, yeah. Time to go for a soda. Kim Mitchell still playing? Yeah. You rock yourself to sleep. She didn't write anything. She didn't write one line. They made a lot of people sign NDAs so that she could claim that she was the writer. She couldn't even fucking play guitar. We taught her. There are some writers who wanted credit for that because they didn't know, but I knew better because I knew that you know, it's a clusterfuck. It would have ended up in lawsuits. And Mitch is mad. You know, like Mitch Malloy, the singer Van Halen wanted, he helped write her. He wrote a lot of the lyrics. I wrote a lot of the music. And then we had other writers that were coming in and out. She's a fraud. She didn't write one fucking line. So like if I record a song for say Beyonce, right? Her and Jay Z will add a couple lines or a couple words in the melody so that they can get the 50% of whoever's writing the words is a 50% royalty. So here's how it works: 50% of the royalty is the melody, the other 50% goes to all the band members and the music writers. So if the people on the album will get paid a performance royalty because they didn't write a thing. They only performed what was already written. See, that's why it's pre-approved by a record label. So what happens is, like when you hear Rick Beato saying that he wrote for Shinedown, he did not. That those demos were already done, and Atlantic signed Shinedown and put them in a recording studio with producers. Rick went in with Jason Todd and wrote a couple things while he was in there to get on the record as a writer. He was a scammer. He wrote a couple words and lines and got credit for writing. That's why they didn't give him a producing credit, because he's full of shit. They already had producers, and the producers told him, "You're not getting any of my fucking royalties." I can tell you that 100%. And the reason why Jason Todd and Brad Stewart left is they couldn't deal with Brent Smith. He was such a fuck up on drugs. He didn't even remember where he was coming and going. They had a lot of fucking problems with him, so they left. I'll tell it. Brad won't tell that. Jason won't tell that. Yeah. So a lot of people. So Jay-Z is smart. Some, like, there are certain people in the industry that are protectors of other people. It's like they said, they didn't want Beyonce in country music. She's not country. But when you pay the record stations, the radio stations $20 million, which is a lot of fucking money, instead of feeding the homeless with that, he paid 20 million to get Beyonce on the country stations, and then bought her a Grammy. Grammys aren't real either. I got 16 of them. They're all paid by for the labels. They lobby for that. If you think Grammys are fucking legit, I got news to tell you. That's a fucking scam too. The labels submit based plays, off of plays, not charts, but plays. That's why you hear a song beat out another song. It's because the label paid more money. It's like Congress. That's why AI companies are worth billions of dollars. Top music attorney doesn't have that kind of pull or money to bring a lawsuit against them. They got too much money and will bury you because they're going to lobby. That's why I said whoever pays the most money in Germany will win the Fender lawsuit. Yeah, and I think they suck. That Anton Pointine or whatever they are, it's just another fucking gimmick. And I don't like instrumental stuff. The weirder you play, the more people think you're a fucking genius. What happened to the old day? Fucking melody and harmony. Yeah, they're popular. It's supposed to be two famous musicians in costumes. I wonder who it could be. Yeah, you got to have lawyers. You got to have a management company. You have to have booking agents. You have to have accountants. You have to have a lawyer or accountant to watch the lawyers. You have record labels. They deal with, so royalty checks I get are from Morgan Morgan. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, a song's been stepped on. It's you're exactly right. Know your gear guy, Philip? He's a piece of shit. He says he's friends with Henning Pauly, who's a pedo, allegedly. He ran from I had a great producer. I was doing really well in California. I went to this school, went to that school. Yeah, you were giving lessons to the, I think her name was Diana. She was 15 years old, making sexual innuendos. They deleted a lot of that video, and then he hauled ass to Germany. And Philip McKnight is good friends with him, the pedo. And who started this big Fender fiasco? Tim Pierce, because he's invested in LSL. He gave the letter to Philip McKnight. He ran and did this whole thing on Fender, holding up the letter, and then wants to say he's just a regular dude, a nice guy. No, you're a piece of shit. He's the one that started all that bullshit. Him and Tim Pierce. Then they got their other buddy, Rhett, involved. Rhett Schill. And it gets them a lot of clicks because people aren't smart enough to know that this is all fabricated bullshit. Bud Cole has nothing to do with anybody in this world except his family. And a contact is a liaison between the CEOs and the workers at Fender. Bud doesn't make the guitars. Bud doesn't price the guitars. Bud doesn't do anything except legal matters and deals with the heads of the different departments. Yeah. You wrote for Lady Gaga? Yeah. I was asked to, but I didn't. I didn't like. I didn't like the people managing her. I don't like how they talked to me when I first met them when she had nothing. Yeah. Yeah, he's a big time player that fucking bullshits a lot of people. You know, why are you talking to fucking Gabe from Guitar Center? Oh, because you're not telling the truth. You have all those leftover things. And they're all in cahoots. He's friends with Steve from Boston, Henning Pauly, the Guitar Geeks, 60 Cycle Hum. He admitted it on his live. And then, and you know, he's got, who's the guitar shop that's right by him? Um, Selling guitars. He buys lockers and shit. I forgot his channel. He's in his area selling guitars out of his shop for Phil. Why aren't you selling them on Reverb? Oh, you're trying to get away with the taxes, or there's some kind of legal ramification about that, or I don't know. No, Lady Gaga is very talented. Yeah, when you're associated with assholes like a Henning Pauly, and if you watch, he's got old videos where he's got his shirt open, and you can see he's got like no pants on, like trying to be. Like, he's a fucking creep. Zims, that's it. So Philip's friends with Zims, selling guitars through Zims, selling guitars through Reverb. Why didn't you keep your store open? Because you failed at business, and here you are trying to fucking tell Guitar Center what to do. Well, they need to listen to the people on the street. Why should I listen to somebody that failed at business? You're just a famous social media guy now. You came out at the right time, and let me tell you why these people got famous. Fucking COVID. Many people sitting at home. So now they got a lot of subscribers. They made a lot of money, and then they bought subscribers, and you can tell by their views. If you're Rick Beato and you got 5.5 million viewers, subs, and you're just barely hitting a million per video, and some of them are only 400,000, you're not even at a fifth of your fucking subscriber count. A fifth. Yeah, Lady Gaga is talented. I I didn't like the people around her. And usually the people like her get screwed because I didn't like the people she was involved with. You have to be It's not the artist you have to be careful unless they have a lot of pull, like a Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know what I mean? He sells all his Harley Bentons to Zims with a disclaimer when you buy it, sold as is. Yeah, so a lot of them got famous during COVID. Again, how I came back, I have a YouTube channel that's 16, 20 years old. When from the beginning, I was on for about a year and a half, 2 years. I went back into writing and doing stuff with labels. And then I had a kid, and he started watching YouTube. We started watching uh, My Baby Shark, 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 and the kid Ryan's World. And he's like, Dad, he's making sick. He's worth a lot of money. I'm like, what are you talking about? My kid's like 5, 7 years old. And then I started watching, and then when I was watching the guitar stuff, I didn't know about the shilling because I thought they were legit. But as I started looking into what they were doing, I'm like, this don't make sense. Now you can see it's a big fucking cesspool like a record label. They all know each other. They all work for the same companies. They're all shilling the same products at different times. And then you got one that's a so-called luthier. You got another guy who is a so-called producer. You got another one that's this guy. Another one that's going on tour, says he goes on tour. Red Shawl, he does 3 shows a year. And then you got Tim Pierce, the record label guy, who is a session guy. And you got a group. It's like going to a doctor's. You got a specialist here, specialist there, specialist there, specialist there. You got one here. You got the geeky guy for the geeks. You got the smart guy for the. It's a fucking pool. It's a cesspool. If you don't think somebody put that together, I don't know what to tell anybody. Post Malone, no. He's another fabricated person. Don't believe that story. His parents were the fucking the food distributors for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys helped his parents for Post. He was living on couches going from here to here. That's all fucking lies. He's a rich kid. Post Malone's a rich kid. I mean, I do like some of his stuff, but I mean, he didn't make it how you think he made it. It's like the Taylor Swift 2.0, but in a different light. His parents worked for the Dallas Cowboys. His parents were smart because they used the people in the Dallas Cowboys to help him out. Yeah, the Home Shopping Network. That's what it is. You got people, so like the Home Shopping Network, if you watch that, they got different products for different generations. Because if you sold one thing for one group, you're going to fail. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the album sucked, I thought. It was like progressive metal. He's still shilling that album. He's not Henning Pauly is not a bad player, and he wasn't a horrible producer. The thing that he does is he shills a lot of bullshit products, and he talks a lot of shit like he's somebody, and he's an alleged pedo who hid information, deleted videos, talking with a student named Diana. I forgot the name of the show. Look up Henning Pauly and 15-year-old student. Alleged pedo stuff. It'll tell you videos to watch. Yeah, it's just the way the industry works. LMFO, the singer with the big fro, that's Barry Gordy's son. I mean, there's tons of them. Gavin Rosdale, his dad's a famous doctor over in Europe. It's all nepotism. It's all who you know, who you know, and who you blow. And Phil's really good at that, coming off as the nice guy. Hey, what's up, RF? I got no issue with Post. But I mean, they kind of have to market themselves in a way. And most of the people that end up on drugs aren't the poor people. They sell the drugs. It's the rich kids. You know, look at Aaron Carter, fucking dead at 34. You get the money, you got your issues with P. Diddy, Justin Bieber, Britney Spears. I mean, the list goes on. Who is P. Diddy's good friend? Jay-Z. Jay-Z was at all those fucking parties. Do I give a shit? No. Let the law take care of it. I can tell you what I know. Yeah, the nepotism. I mean, you see it in Hollywood. Famous actors and now their kids are acting. You know what I mean? Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. She was in the Lion King movie as a voice actress. You think she stood in line for auditions? Fuck no. Probably paid fucking Disney $1 million so she could have the fucking job. You know, if you're paying 20 million to get fucking Beyonce in country music, I'm sure you're paying to get your daughter in the industry too. Let's be honest. She didn't do a bad job. I'm just saying you have power and pull, and you got a lot of fucking money. What's up, Timmy? Don't worry. When you go back and watch the beginning of this one, you're gonna be in shock. I went off. Yeah, for the Drakes to tweak and perform. I got Area Grande lives by me. There's so many fucking artists. Look up famous artists, past and present from South Florida. Probably 100 of them that grew up here. Black Betty. I like that song too. Hey, Black Betty, bam a lam a lam. It's a cool song. But yeah, there's a lot of that shit going on. But I mean, I you can understand why your brother's in it. Look at Taylor Swift's brother. He's worth like $100 million. Oh, you saw me on the studio rats? What's up, man? Yeah, watch the beginning. You know how they said that I don't hold back? I don't hold back. Yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit people. I mean, there's certain things I can't say. What guitar's hooked up? I got this hooked up now. I was I, was- I was I was doing fast runs earlier. They wanted to see a rolling leg. There you go. I don't play much on the live streams. They were a bit nervous. Well, the guy from the 40 watt, I appreciate what you know, when he says I don't know business. I've been with Atlantic Records for 40 years. I got like 10 lawyers. I'm worth a lot of money. I know probably more than all four of them put together about business. He just he got nervous after I told him I play with Spitz and Malmsteen. That those are the guys in my band. So he was like, "Whoa." He kind of freaked out after I said, "You can't assume that just whoever people are, if they're on your channel, they're nobody." The other guy just happened to see one of my lives and was like, "Dude, he had me. This guy had me in stitches, but he don't hold back." Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm one of those guys that'll tell you like it is. Like if you invite me to your show and you go, "What'd you think?" I'll be like, "You guys fucking suck," or I'll say, "You guys are really good." I'm not gonna bullshit you. The guy on the bottom left, I don't know who that was, but I kept asking because I didn't know who Paul was, but he's a beast of a player. Yeah, the studio rats. I was on there. They start talking about me. That was funny. That was funny. I didn't know that they watched over here. Mary Splendor. I I don't really know her. I've seen her in videos, like talking here and there, but I don't know what her deal is. I don't know anything about Mary. Like I don't know. I just don't know her. Yeah, I don't know who the other guys were. I know the 40 watt guy because I looked him up on his thing. And basically he's got nothing to say. I'll tell you what I did. I was nice to them. I didn't want it was not my channel. But if you came over here and talked about Bud Cole, I'd tell you you're a fucking idiot. Bud Cole has nothing to do with building guitars. He has nothing to do with pricing. Those are the CEOs above him. You can hate what Bud Cole says, but don't blame the company. Bud Cole is not a part of the human society with what Fender is doing. Those are all legal matters by the higher ups, and he's getting caught in the middle. Yeah, and a lot of people, like Carlos Santana, they didn't know. He's got a deal with PRS. He don't use those on the records. You can look it up. Carlos Santana uses Fender on all the records. It'll tell you. He likes the way his 54, 57 Strats, I forget what year they are. I've heard him talk about it. Yeah, I use my PRS is live. It doesn't have hum. It's a better guitar for a live situation. But I can't get the tones like I get out of my old Strat. Like a lot of people didn't know that. You know, like some people will come on and say the Silver Sky is the outsold Fender. That's not true. That's only by data off of Reverb. Data from Reverb. Because Fender don't post sales. It's a private company. Guitar Center doesn't post anything because it's a private company. The only way they're getting that information and not telling you, oh, that was based off Reverb. One fucking company offer used guitars and new guitars. And you're going to say it outsold Fender. When Fender's 32% of the fucking industry. Get the fuck out of here. You're lying. Yeah, the two top guys that usually do the studio rats, the guy that brings gear to Paul, those two are awesome. The guy on the bottom, he said he don't play, but he was the bottom left. But he watches the videos. I don't mind him, but he says he doesn't play. I don't even know who he is, but he says he watches the channel. But I don't, he says he hardly plays. But I'm sure he's probably a decent. Yeah. Based off fucking Reverb. A lot of people say that. I've heard a lot of people, PRS, Silver Sky. You know, like Jake said it. Rhett Scholl said it. Tim Pierce has said it. They're all full of shit. I know they're full of shit. Because you can look up, does Fender release sales data? Nope, private company. Does Guitar Center release sales data? Nope, private company. So where are they coming up with this? Only by publicly traded companies that release the data to the public. Like Reverb. That's their source. Yeah, it's a full of shit. Yeah, I'm going to go too because I don't want to stay up too late. I want to do that 8 o'clock one so more people can see. Let's see. Let me flip. How many people are on here? Damn. 35? Jesus. I appreciate everybody on here. Thank you. If you're first time, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Hit that like button. It helps my no money shilling. I'm not monetized. Yeah, they're all spreading misinformation. I mean, you can Google any guitar Schiller tells you. Harley Benton, 50, like even Dylan talks. He bought one. He says, piece of shit, garbage. I said, I told you, bro. 100% garbage. It's a 50-50 chance you get one that plays. All right, Timmy. Good night, bro. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with people wanting a deal and buying a Firefly or a Harley Benton, but they should be allowed to put up the quality control issues so that you know what the fuck you're getting into. You know, it's like going and buying a used car that they fucking lie about, or a new car. It gets this gas mileage. When did you ever fucking drive a car and it was exactly what was posted? Not me. All right, RF. But we'll talk more about it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate everybody that's come on. We'll leave you with a little closing. As I'll let it play for you, and then I'll do the camera off as I turn everything off. All right, so I'll see everybody tomorrow. Cheers.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jizzy.
industry and the corporate greed, everything that goes on that everybody talks about. But yet their fathers are third in line at companies like AT&T and Mr. Red Shaw. You ever wonder about the fraudulence? Do you think that these frauds should be shown a lesson in humility? All for self-gain and profit. All the shills and grifters on YouTube. You wanna know who I am? My name is Chip Boy. They call me Jizzy. Some of my friends call me Smiley. Some of them call me Jit. I'm an actual signed artist on Atlantic Records for over 40 years. 40 years. And I write for some of the biggest celebrities on the planet. On the planet. I am real. I am also the one that exposes the truth. I'm the one that's gonna show you where the paperwork lies. I'm not gonna show you some phony letterhead that vendors suing everybody when they're not suing people. All for clicks on YouTube. We need a YouTube purge. We need to get rid of all the shills, the grifters, all the liars and BS people. Rick Viono never made it in the music industry. His band failed. His management company failed. His record label failed. He got a viral hit off his kid's vocal, which got him into revision and cosplay. Not the other way around. Rhett Scholl's dad's number 3 at AT&T. He wants to talk about corporate greed and BS while Big Jick Music sits in his mama's basement crying about Fender and he's doing the big word M. We'll just say Method Man. You can take from what you want from that. But there's a lot of people